fluids from any person or animal suspected of being infected with Ebola. Clean all potentially contaminated surfaces with chlorine solution. All people suspected or confirmed to have died of Ebola should be accorded supervised, safe, and dignified burial. Report all cases with signs and symptoms to the nearest health facility. History of Ebola outbreaks in Uganda. Several Ebola outbreaks have been reported in Uganda since its discovery in 1976. 2000 Gulu, Masindi and Mbarara, 2007 Bundubujo, 2011 Ruwero, 2012 Chibale, 2015 Kasese. Prior to the West African Ebola outbreak, 2014-2016, the Guru outbreak in the year 2000 was known to be the biggest and most complex Ebola outbreak in the world, with 425 confirmed cases and 224 deaths, including 31 health workers. However, it now ranks number 3 after the West African problem and the DRC 2018-2019 outbreaks. The Sudan Ebola virus is one of the 6 known strains of Ebola. Of these 6, only 4 are known to cause disease in humans: Zaire, Sudan, Bundubujo, and Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. The first known outbreak of Sudan Ebola virus was reported in 1976 in Nzara, in the then Sudan, now South Sudan, infecting 284 people and killing 151. Since then, there have been 6 outbreaks of the Sudan Ebola virus, with 2 occurring in Sudan, 1979, and 2004, and 4 in Uganda, 2000, Gulu, 2011, Ruwero, 2012, Chibale, and now 2022. Ebola can be treated. Interventions can be fought. A rapid response team was immediately deployed in the Great South for the immediate assessment and support the response. Based on information from this team, the Ministry of Health has classified the country in Category 2, Chenkwanzi, Chiboga, Mtiana, Chibale, Kazo, Gomba, Zimbabwe, and Jinja districts. Kampala and Wakiso are also included in the category because of ease of movement and trade. Category 3, rest of the country. I'm informed by experts that previously handled Ebola outbreaks in Gulu, Bundubujo, Chibale, Ero have been deployed to Mubende, Kasanda, and Chijego district to manage patients and control the spread of the outbreak. The Ebola treatment unit at Mbende Regional Referral Hospital is currently at 51 bed capacity for confirmed cases and 8 beds for suspect cases. Cement will immediately connect Madudu sub-county to the national electricity grid to provide power to the sub-county and the health center. Furthermore, a solar-powered borehole will be sunk at Madudu Health Center 3 to provide running water. Currently, samples are being tested at the Uganda Virus Research Institute in Entebbe with a turnaround time of results of 24 hours. This is not good for the response because time is lost during the transportation of samples. The Minister of Health has informed me that by Friday, 30th September 2022, 2 mobile diagnostic laboratories will be deployed at Mbende district. This will shorten the turnaround time of sample processing and improve timely patient care. Vaccination against Ebola, Sudan Ebola virus. I'm told that there is no approved vaccine for the Sudan Ebola disease. However, there are several vaccines for the Ebola Sudan undergoing trials. The government is exploring all options to get a safe and effective vaccine as quickly as possible. I will update the nation as soon as this becomes available. There's the vaccine for Ebola Zaire. And we have already given it to our soldiers who are operating in Congo. Therefore, one of the issues we were debating the other day was why not use the vaccine of Ebola Zaire, even though it's not specific for Ebola Sudan, but it is Ebola. So some of they share some of the characteristics, and we are discussing that. Why not? And it is safe. We found that it is safe because people are already using it, and we have used it on our soldiers. So, is there any harm in trying it? We are discussing that, and also these ones which are being experimented for Ebola Sudan. So even if it is being experimented, it can be used. I want to reassure Ugandans and all residents that the government has got capacity to control this outbreak, as we have done before. Therefore, there is no need for anxiety, panic, restriction of movement, or unnecessary closure of public places like schools, markets, places of worship, etc. as of now. That one I've already told you that this disease doesn't need those big measures of closing and restricting movement. Our healthcare workers will do all it takes to save lives and bring the situation under control. I call upon the public to cooperate with the healthcare workers and report anybody with signs and symptoms similar to that, to those of Ebola. So you have heard that really this virus we can fight it more easily than corona, because number one, it does not go through the air, through breathing. The breathing one is a problem. You know this for Senyiga, for this common cold. You sit in the car, even you sit in a room like this, somebody will give you Senyiga, common cold. But this one is not in that group. It's a little bit like AIDS. You remember when AIDS came, people were running around, tourists were not coming. Tourists were not coming. I said, but why are tourists not coming? No, there is AIDS. AIDS is found in only certain addresses. You don't go there, you don't get it. So how can that be a problem? I told tourists, if you come here for tourist activities, there is no way you will get AIDS, unless you include non-tourist diversions. But actually, this disease is even easier, and you see how we manage the AIDS. But this one is even easier than AIDS, because like AIDS, it doesn't go through air. So they are the same. No going through air. Number two, doesn't go through a healthy skin. Again, AIDS goes through certain parts of the body. But the difference which makes this one easier to fight is that somebody can have AIDS virus but doesn't show signs, and thereafter becomes a silent infector. This one, apparently, what I've been briefed, which makes it easier to fight, is that you only become infective when the signs have started coming. Oba kyekyo akawuka tukamaze. We can manage this kawuka. This one is not. Because, so therefore, you hear we are talking about vaccine. We even have a vaccine for this one. We have for the Zaire, but this one also we can vaccinate for, either using the Zaire one or this new one which they are developing. But even without vaccination, if we observe hygiene, Like for instance, me when I'm in the public, these days we no longer shake hands. So stop shaking hands. Stop shaking hands. Just you know, when this Ebola had broken up in West Africa, here me, you know how I do things. No shaking of hands, no what? Here. I went to attend OAU meeting in Equatorial Guinea. Ooh, people were just hugging. Banang, Ngamfude Banang. And Ebola killed people in West Africa because of that carelessness. So, no shaking of hands, just jambo. Kubira kajambo. Now, because although it is not as aggressive as it is aggressive, but doesn't spread easily. But they say that if I put fluids on the table here, the virus can stay there for 5 that came from the other region. And they joined this one. I accompanied them. I was already born, but